Yeah, I can see myself freezing. Hmm. Hi, hello. Welcome today to My Season's Life with Mary Golf. And today is Viewer Appreciation Day. I'm so excited. Our community has reached 3,000 subscribers. So I thank you so much for your support. And today, few of our subscribers that are here on the channel today that's going to tell you about how the channel has impacted them, how they found out about it, or our Facebook community, Black Women Expats in Panama. We're just going to share some stories with you. And if you, the viewers, if you have some stories that you want to tell about how this channel has supported you, any ideals or any insight or anything you've gained from watching this channel, please let us know. I'll be happy to hear that because it helps me create more information, be more supportive to you. I started this channel over a year ago, and basically I was doing it as a creative tool just to basically have something to do. But then I saw a need where to be able to not sell, but share more impactful information, that people had a lot of misleading information that was out there about Panama. And I also wanted to share my experiences that I've had here to make it easier for the next person. So I'm all about helping people out and using myself as a resource if I can. And also the YouTube channel or community is a way for me.
Did she freeze?
She froze.
I think with the storms, there's a little bit of
really
bandwidth issue. Let's see if we get her back. Now, I don't see your name down at the bottom. What's your name?
Cali Girl.
Latoya. Cali Girl. I'm Tiffany.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tiffany. How do we, I feel like remove from stage. It says I'm on stage, but I guess I'm.
Yes, we're both on stage. And I think, she's frozen for now, but the live is still going. So, well, and I think we just lost her there.
Yeah, she's probably going to log out and.
Cali Girl, where are you from in California?
I'm originally from California, the Bay Area. I don't know, Silicon Valley area.
I'm a Cali girl.
You're a Cali girl?
I grew up in Central California in Sacramento. And as an adult, I lived in the Bay Area, San Jose. I lived a long time down in Los Angeles and Orange County. So we are fellow Cali girls.
I'm pretty sure we ran into each other because I also lived in Central California. I lived in Sac for a little while. I lived in Carson, Irvine. Yeah, I'm a little traveler.
That's awesome. How long have you been in Panama?
22 days today.
Congrats. Hey, Mary. You see you now.
What happens again? I'm glad you guys kept talking. I don't know if you heard me when I told you to keep talking. Introduce yourselves.
Yeah, we did.
because we are live. So yeah, the storm is really bad out here. So let's just get this thing going. We do have some people in the chat. If you ladies want to take turns sharing, I think you talked about how long you've been here, right, Latoya?
Oh yeah, she was just asking me. I didn't even know I was on the live. Like I thought we were on the stage.
No, we are live right now, sweetie.
Okay, 22 days today in the house, Panama.
Awesome. So, how did you find out about my channel or my Facebook community? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I was on a super endeavor to search and see how am I going to get to Panama, So you start looking up one thing and then another thing pops up. And then this cute lady named Mary Golf popped up too as a recommendation. And there was a video, you were at a farmer's market or something. And so I'm a vegan and a mostly raw vegan. So I was concerned, how am I going to navigate a raw vegan life in Panama? And so you did this whole little video on the affordability of the vegetables and the fruits. And they were so good looking. I was like, okay, so let me follow her because that's something that I need to know and understand. I feel like everybody, all the channels that I was watching offered different aspects. And so that was huge to me. So I just clicked on your channel. And then you know how that goes when you're an influencer, then people just start to see other things. And I was like, I love her. And so, yeah, I just started following your, when your videos pop up, I try to click on them and watch them as often as possible. But yeah, you're winning over here, Mary Golf.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because, it's kind of hard to see yourself in this space. And, sometimes I see comments about how helpful I am or whatever, but it's really, I give. So I have to learn how to receive, if someone is saying, because I'm like, good, is this video really impacting people? But I think that I am being helpful out here in this space. And really appreciate you taking the time to
Yep.
share that with me today because, we're all out here, we're all YouTubers, we're all out here doing our stuff. And I just want everybody to know that, the big thing about me that I want to put out there is that I don't have an agenda. I'm not trying to, come join this relocation tour or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But my only thing that I want to get across is I want to empower you. I mean, yes, you can hire people, you can seek help, you can get all that stuff. But I want to let you know that you do have, you do have it within yourself to do some research and use some tools, use the community that you have, met in these countries that you're going to, and you can do it yourself. You can do some things yourself. And someone said to me, "Oh, you're so brave," blah blah blah. No, no, not really, because I'm scared out here too, y'all. I mean, I'm moving fear all the time. The difference with that is that I don't let fear stop me, right? So I just move through the fear and do it anyway. So I'm just letting you know that we're not like these super women or whatever. We're out here just like you, making mistakes, learning by our mistakes. But I want to share my experiences to make it easier for you, for the next person. So that's what I'm all about, sharing resources. All right, so let's go with, did you want anything else to share, Tiffany?
Well, yeah, I will share how your channel has really impacted me. It's kind of twofold. I found you specifically looking for women over 50 and Black women, looking to partake in the expat life. I had a short list of some of the places that I was considering retiring. I come from being years of a solo traveler, so it was really important to me to have that kind of one-on-one, if you will, experience, which, your content really does feel like it's one-on-one. So it impacted me there. It impacted me in the sense that there's a lot of YouTube and they drone on forever and ever and ever. And there's sometimes an agenda. And two of the segments that I watched were particularly impactful. One was the visa process. It was so clear. It was so concise. It was short. I can't tell you how much I appreciate how you're never taking longer than 2 or 3 minutes to get started. You go right into the content without further ado. You go right in. I truly appreciate that. And then there was a second segment where my target area is David Boquete. So there were two wonderful women that I need to connect with that speak specifically to that area, because there's a lot of expats that I encounter and all they know or all they talk about is Panama City. And that is not my target area.
Right. Did you watch the video on Boquete?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, because one of the main contexts is in that video.
Yes. So that's really kind of important to me because, again, I know, I won't speak for everyone, but as an American, there's a lot of Americans that I might encounter there or here. I currently live in Atlanta that just don't understand that there is a difference, and that can be positive and negative because sometimes they have preconceived notions that everything is one way versus another way. So I guess my point is just kind of listening to people that really don't know and bring their own agendas and ideas is not helpful. And your content is particularly helpful.
Wow, I really appreciate that because I'm just basically just, talking from my own authentic experience. I mean, I can only be me. So the fact that it's resonating with you on different levels is very, very meaningful to me. I appreciate that. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Latoya. Do you have anything else that you wanted to share, honey?
No, you didn't cut me off. I
Oh.
just was going to say that not when people are happy, they don't always give a review. It's usually when people are not happy. So you probably don't realize
Mm.
Mhm.
people who are just happy just go away happy. They don't always tend to share. So don't underestimate if you only get 2 or 3 happy stories. There's probably times it by 100 because a lot of people don't bother to give feedback.
That is a very good point. You're right that the happy people. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to show. The happy people don't show, that they are happy, or that they don't show what the channel has impacted on them. So listen, audience, thank you for watching. If you have something that you want to share about how this channel has impacted you, I'm also looking in the comment too. Hi, Jess. Jess is here from Montgomery. I'm also looking in the comments too, and this will be up for replay. We're not going to stay on here long. If there's anybody, somebody that wants to share in the comments, if you also have any suggestions for the channel as well, I'm very open to anything you want to see me talk more about. And ladies, if Latoya or Tiffany, if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know. I'm always looking for ways to better serve the community. So I'm open to all of that. But thank you so much. I appreciate
I don't know
that.
if Miss attended your event on Juneteenth, but that was winning. And so that was my first time sort of, I haven't been in Panama long, so I just was kind of trying to connect. But it was like God sent, remember I ran into you at the foodie randomly, and I felt so excited. It was
Randomly.
God.
Matter of fact, share that. Can you share that story?
Yeah, so I'm over here looking at apartments, and so I was like, I gotta get something vegan. And so someone said the foodie market. I'm new. I'm like, what's foodie? So I go over there and I'm looking. I was like, this lady looks so familiar, but I wasn't thinking like it's Mary Golf. And I looked and I was like, Mary, and your eyes like blew up, like, oh my God, like I just was excited. So I guess you felt guilty of a crime or something when I yelled your name. So I just stopped and talked to you, but I was kind of overwhelmed that day. I was apartment hunting. I think I was 7 days here. And then I
Mm-hmm.
skipped my relocation tour because I just felt like my money was getting funny and I was going to have to choose between either moving or the tour. And so I sort of just kind of, from watching one of the videos, some of the ladies that had shared that did do tours, that didn't. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I can
Right.
skip the tour. But the flip side of that, I was like, okay, now I have no circle, anything. But I was like, my
Mm-hmm.
favorite little YouTuber walked in my face, and that was God sent. And I was like, I gotta start socializing. And you were like, take your time. And so after that day, I could like really relax. I was like, okay, so I like her, and there was a reason why I follow her channel. But yeah, that was a good experience too, like just running into you randomly. So then when I saw one of your events pop up, I was like, I hope I could like make it. My schedule's a little up and down because I didn't
Right.
come to Panama
Mm-hmm.
prepared. So I'm moving and
Right.
grooving Monday through like on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
So
Mm-hmm.
so that was
Mm-hmm.
awesome just to run into you randomly. And then your event was winning, of course. And I felt like that's when I really was giving you feedback because this is what I also do for a living. I work with brands and I'm a designer. So
Oh,
I
nice.
that's why I was
We
giving you
might need
feedback.
to. We
Yeah,
might talk after this then.
yeah, you're doing well though. I'm so proud of you. 3,000 followers. You are winning. Keep it up.
Wow. Yeah, I'm amazed too. And I was like, all of a sudden, wait a minute, does that number say 3? And I was like, and if I had not spoken to you, Latoya and Griselle at the lunch, I would not be doing this live because I don't give myself credit. I'm kind of like yes, I'm in the forefront with my videos, but as far as like taking appreciation for my work or receiving it, I don't really do that well. So I would have never done this type of video. Not that I don't want to say that I take what I do for granted, but maybe because it's so easy, right? I don't feel like me talking about one of my experiences is like this hard thing, right? It's something that comes very natural to me. So I'm like, what's the big deal? you know? But but yeah, so I appreciate that. Yeah.
But that's the
I have an
nature
idea.
between a follower and an influencer is you don't that's the reason why people follow you because it's just authentic. It's just you. It's just regular. You know, if they want something scripted, they're going to go to Netflix or, you know, when they want to see something real. So if you're an influence out there, like make sure you're being authentically you. Like that's the easiest person to be. Everything else you have to try hard to do. So I think
Right.
that's what helps in as well. So never underestimate the authentic you when you're a YouTube influencer.
Got it. Thank you, honey.
I
Tiffany?
have an idea, Mary. I used to watch on YouTube. There are people who do a tour or a walkthrough with their phone through an airport. And to me, it was extremely, extremely valuable because I remember watching one at Charles de Gaulle. So if you've ever been there, you know
Uh-huh.
how big it is and
Oh my
how
gosh. Yes.
you can
Yes.
literally get lost on trying to get out. And it showed where to
Hmm.
go and buy the ticket and how to use the machine, to buy your ticket.
Right.
I think I saw you did a video similar to that in riding the bus in Panama. But
Right.
when I got to Charles de Gaulle, just seeing someone do it, it was already somewhat familiar. And I know a lot of people can be really
Ah,
intimidated by airports.
yes.
And I remember
Right.
looking for one at PTY because it was a long way. Like I flew in on Copa. So for some reason I had to
Right.
walk all the way across and go
And you were probably at
downstairs.
a different terminal because they
I was
have
at a
just the
different
two
terminal.
terminals, but sometimes
Mhm.
they arrive in one terminal and then the immigration is in the other terminal.
Immigration was it was a very long walk. And then going through that, I remember looking at the kiosks for, the SIM card. And then when I went back to the airport to fly to David, that
Uh-huh.
terminal for that back and forth
Right.
is outside in a whole separate.
Yeah,
I
that's a whole nother ball game. Yeah.
I went into the airport, went upstairs, and I couldn't scan my way in until someone finally told me. And my Spanish is well enough to where enough people were telling me that I need to just go somewhere else, and it didn't take me a
Right.
long time. But it took me a long time flying in initially and going to immigration. It was a long walk, and it was very confusing. And
Right.
if you ever have the opportunity to do an airport walk, I even have some video I'll give to you that doesn't have sound on it if you want to use it. Oh, I think we
That
lost her again.
Yeah, that was hard work. Yeah, that getting through, that was so stressful. And I came in at nighttime too on a delayed
Oh.
flight. So I really was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I was like, this is crazy.
That is extra stressful at night. And did you ride share to where you were going, or how did you get to where you were going from the airport into the city?
I had already hired a private driver because I already knew, like, I came with 1,000 suitcases. So I already knew, like, I'm going to need help. And I
Yeah,
don't know how to navigate taxis and Ubers. I saw a lot of vloggers talking about, the pros and cons of taxi and Uber. And I was just like, I don't want to try to fend for myself in that way. And it's a good thing because I had so much flight delays and there was a lot
oh
of drama.
wow.
I was flying from Texas. And so there was a storm. And yes, I was winning for sure. I put out a video about like my whole fiasco with getting here. But I made it. I was like, you can't hold me to Texas. I'm out of here. Get me to Panama like right away. So
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Did you go through DFW? I'm sure you did, not Dallas Love. DFW, the big one.
I flew out of Austin.
Oh, Austin. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. I
Because
drove to
those are
Austin
those
because
are big airports too.
yeah, and Copa has those direct flights. So yeah, that's why I jumped on Copa in Austin because it was a little cheaper. I was living in Houston, so it was much cheaper from Copa in Austin.
We got you back, Mary.
So
Mary's
listen,
back.
ladies, there's a bad storm here. So I am this is my second time being kicked. And this has never happened. But like I said, I'm looking out my window and I cannot see a thing. It's a really bad storm here. But anyway, what was I saying before I was kicked out the live here? You guys
We
remember
were
what I was
talking
saying?
about a video of the airport and
Oh yeah. Oh, and I was
showing
saying
people how to go
that
through.
depending on where you are, sometimes people don't want you to film. the airport authorities or whatever don't want you to film. So you have to be careful with actually filming in an airport. You're normally a protected space because of all the craziness that we have out here, right? So I don't think, yeah, I probably wouldn't even attempt that, walking around in certain
I got
areas with a
permission.
phone.
I
Yeah.
got
Oh,
permission.
okay.
As long as
Okay.
you can't film
Yeah.
like TSA or coming through TSA,
Yeah.
and when you
Yeah.
fly out, you come through two different TSA. You can't film there.
Yeah.
And I was just
Yeah.
kind of filming what the halls look like, where the duty free
Yeah.
shops, where the key, how to get down to baggage claim. And I have a little
Yeah.
thing that hangs around my neck to where I'm not like this in everyone's face,
Oh,
So,
gotcha. So
and
yeah,
I
I
did,
might.
make sure it was okay if I saw, an
Right.
official.
Right.
I asked for
Yeah. Because
permission.
I remember, I forgot which airport I was in. It was a girl for camera out, and I thought we were in an okay area, right? And one of the security person came up to her. So yeah, I think I did an airport. Was I in Turkey?
Hmm.
I think Istanbul. I didn't because it's such a large space. It's like a mall, right? And I think I did a video on that. But yeah, I see what you're saying though, as far as yeah, you just about being helpful. Yeah, I have to look into that. Yeah. Yeah, I got
I
that.
like
That's a good
pictures
idea.
and
That's a
video, so I'll send it
that's
to you if
a
you want it.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, totally. That whatever you're using around your neck, that sounds really good. And I'm also thinking about getting another because I primarily just use my phone.
Mhm.
So I'm also thinking about upgrading to something else. So I have to look into that.
Yeah,
Look
that
into
little
that.
DJI I just connected to my neck. It's a little DJI. It's small, but it gives full HD.
Yes, that's
And so
right.
I
That's
can
the
just,
one.
Mhm.
yeah, that's a good one. And it comes, you can get the microphone that comes with it. And now they have drones.
Right.
It's about to go down, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see myself flying my drone into a wall or something. So yeah.
Don't say it, no. The fear.
People are losing those drones. So
No, it's so
yes,
expensive. That's
yes,
me.
Jess. I am in Panama City. Somebody's wondering if I'm in Panama City. Um, so suggestion here regarding future videos, if you would share about health insurance options for those of us over 70. Yeah, actually, Donna, I'm doing some research right now on healthcare in Panama, and that's actually on my list. So thanks for suggesting that. Appreciate that. Uh, no, no,
Nope, it's out of the
no.
hurricane zone, which was one of my selling points, that Panama is out of the hurricane zone.
Yes, we do get I don't want to call it an earthquake. I'm gonna call them tremors, right? And since a lot of us live in high rises, we just had one maybe about a month ago. It might have been last month,
Mhm.
and it was about maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was still in bed, which normally I'm up around that time. So because I was still in bed, I felt like somebody was shaking me a little, right? And that was a little. I mean, I knew what it was because I felt them before here. So that's about all we pretty much get in a bad tropical storm, but like we got right now. But that's about it.
Latoya and
You
I,
got
being Californians, that's how we stir our
oh
coffee, with a little earthquake early in the morning. That's how we stir our coffee.
listen,
It's the usual
I used
thing.
to live in California in
That's
West
right.
LA.
That's right.
And what was had that horrible big earthquake? I was
That was
there
in
during that time.
'93. That was in '93.
Yes.
I was there.
And oh, that was the worst.
That was a
Yeah.
big one. And even it really didn't shake. I mean, it shook a while, but
Mhm.
I had things fall out of cabinets and we really, really woke up. But the city had more damage than any other earthquakes prior. Yeah, that was the big one in '93.
Right.
1984 too. That was the one where the Bay Bridge and the Cypress Bridge collapsed.
That
That
was another big one.
Oh,
was
wow.
That you see how
Wow.
far they are. The big ones are really far, between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Right,
So we're,
right,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
In Cali, we know how to deal with falling buildings and burning fires, but all the other stuff we're new to this tropical storms and
Roxanne,
Right.
I'll take that drone off your hands. I've been looking for one, and I have found traveling, to certain places, there's different regulations, but everyone says, start with one that's relatively inexpensive in case you fly it into the woods or into the ocean.
Right,
That's
right.
okay with me, but I really love the power of the drones when you have like scenic
Really?
area. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, and they're amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna connect with you, Roxanne, in the group, and we'll talk about that drone if you want me to take it off your hands.
3 years old, Roxanne. Come on. Yeah, I mean,
they
I've
have a
I've
lot of
seen
new
some
features.
footage.
Yeah, they have homing devices now on the drone, so where it takes off, it's like the location is sort of set, so the drone's memory, when it gets too low of a battery, it'll home
It
back
come
to
back?
it'll come
The
back
newer
to
one.
wherever the location is pinned.
Oh.
I mean,
I
maybe
mean,
if
I
you
love. Go
completely
ahead.
destroyed it, may not be able to do it, but I would say, yeah, as long as you're not cracking through windows with it, and I feel like it homes back. The newer ones probably, more pricey.
I really like learning new things. So I might have to look into that drone thing. But I think I'm first going to look into the smaller recording device and tackle that first instead of, this thing.
Mhm.
Um and then my next thing will to learn how to use a drone. I really, really like it when Mary takes me on her walk. It makes me get out and start walking. Thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
your
appreciate
Cinta
you,
Costera
Jess.
video. Yeah, your Cinta Costera video on the Sunday. That was another one that I really liked.
Yeah, I'm going to, matter of fact, Griselle lives in Amador. So I'm going to do a whole video of that area. Because a
Okay.
lot of people don't even know that you can live out there. We have a couple of ladies that have apartments out there.
Wow. I don't
Yeah.
think I've
You
ever
been
been
to
out.
Amador? You never been? Okay. You been to Amador, Tiffany?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. See, I need to do that area. I need to do that
Mhm.
area. Okay. Let me see if there's any other questions. And I appreciate you ladies hanging out with me on this rainy for me Saturday morning or afternoon now. Oh, Jess is also a Cali girl. Look at this, you guys. Did y'all see that?
Yay, West Coast.
Oh gosh. Okay. Um, Sharon, there's a whole video that I just did on the Pensionata visa. If you click under the playlist for relocation, you'll see two videos. One on how to get, I think it's like 5 steps to get your Pensionata visa, and the other is an interview with my actual attorney. So you'll get that information. Okay, dear? Thanks so much. Okay. Here's a question for you. I think she didn't hear what you said. Um, no, you want to answer that, Latoya?
There 22 days. Are you on the pension? No, I'm not retired. I'm actually doing a U.S. work visa. So yeah, it's a little bit of a process for that one. Um, it's more expensive too. So if you could be retired, I'm pretty sure that's a much easier process.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like that there's options, Thank you so much, Badina. I'm sure that's not your, well, yeah. Badina Babe? Badina BB? I might be mispronouncing. I'm sorry. What? But thank you so much. Appreciate it. Um, okay. Oh, Roxanne is somebody's gonna teach her. On the day we went out to an isolated beach, her drone hit a tree. She went to grab it and slice her fingers. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wonder it's still in a box. Oh my God, are they sharp? Are drones
the
sharp?
blades. The blades can cut you. Mhm.
Oh my
But I'm pretty
goodness.
sure you're not supposed to be touching it while the blades are
Touching
spinning.
while it's moving. That's not
There's
funny, but
so many. There's so many out there because I'm seeing them get lower in price for a higher quality, but I still
right.
want those little Best Buy starter drones. I want one that I could lose because I want like mountains and beach and it gets windy and they can fly away. But could you imagine being
Okay.
up in Boquete with the rainbows and having a drone?
Oh my gosh, that's going to be some amazing footage, Tiffany. Amazing.
I
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
see,
I'm
but
frozen again. Am I
you're,
frozen or is
you're not.
Tiffany frozen?
I think Tiffany's frozen.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
I
I
didn't know
want
if
to
it
see
was me
Boquete.
again.
We all went out for a minute. I saw everybody cut off for a minute.
Oh, I want to go to Boquete, Tiffany. I'll have to be your friend after you get settled in.
Absolutely,
we're
absolutely.
all
I'm
we're all
planning on
coming to
being there.
Boquete. When
I
you
will
We
coming
be
are.
back?
there the 4th of July week. The 4th
July
of
week.
July week. So, here in the US, we get that off that Thursday and Friday. So
Oh
I'm going to
yes,
come
that's
back
right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So,
Because
but
they
I
don't
won't be
make a
in
big
Panama City.
right. They don't make a big deal here. You already got your place where you're staying, honey, and all that.
Yes. Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed in a beautiful Airbnb up past you know where the Rock restaurant is?
Yes. I'll be right over in that area.
Okay, that's where I stayed. I wonder if you're in the same place. I stayed in the Airbnb over there.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know
Yeah.
because
We'll
when I
we'll
went
talk
out there the
offline.
first time, I drove up that way and I saw the rock and I took lots of videos and I went up a
Hmm.
hill and I didn't even know it at the time. But when I got back and was looking on Airbnb, I found something right over there where I was driving around in Boquete. So yeah, we'll talk
Right.
offline. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Brandon. Appreciate you. What is that? Yeah, that's true. The US work visa. That's true. We'll have to do a whole video about that. I don't even know much about that. Oh, this is a story about how she got cut, ladies. She was concerned about the drone getting in the water and she reached for it. Ah, can the drone get wet or it can't?
No, you don't want them to get wet. At
Ah,
least not for extended periods of time or submerged in water. No, it's a piece of
okay.
electronic equipment. So no.
Wow.
Oh,
Gotcha. Well,
you
poor
see my
thing.
ouch.
I know.
At least we know
Yeah,
from
we
that
get this.
story in the water. Don't just it's gone if it goes in the water. Let it
Yeah,
instead of
just
the
let it go. Yeah, let it go.
better
All
is
right.
to fly down.
What is the closest beach to Panama City? We get this question a lot. Is it Toboga?
I
To
think
go.
I'm not sure of the closest, but I will say, Mary and Latoya and I being California girls, I think a lot of people expect the beaches there to be like Miami or something. I think people need some video on what the beaches really look like there because it's a
You
big
know what?
difference
That's
than
a you know what? That's a good
they're looking for Hawaii waves and like what we're used to seeing, Latoya, in the Bay Area, or even not even the Bay Area, more like LA. And the
Yeah,
beaches are not like that.
no, not on this side at least. Isn't there a Caribbean side to? I haven't even been anywhere. I don't even know why I'm talking, but
I
yeah,
went
I
to the
know the
Caribbean side. It was a little more beachy with waves and sand, but it's still smaller in comparison.
yeah,
If
like
I could
Boca
use the word
del Toro.
smaller. Mhm. Well, we went, so it was on the Caribbean side. We were actually driving, getting lost. We went to Cologne and then we just ended up going, getting lost and found the beach there. The beach was called Diablo Beach. Um,
Okay.
for a reason, but it was more like what people might think a beach would be like. It's just not what they're thinking. So
Okay. But I know the
yeah.
area, like the beach town near here is like Gorgona and Coronado.
Yeah,
Or
I've
no?
heard of those. I didn't do really any beach, activity because I mean, I figure once I live there, I'd be playing more and being more like a tourist. I was really focused on, trying to get the business done and find a place to live and look at get my eyes on things, to retire there. So I really didn't do a lot of beach at all. But Jess,
Yes.
that's gonna be a thing that you might want to have someone look at for you or look at more video. It is particularly on that side, um,
Mhm.
the Panama City side. It may not be what you expect. We got you back,
Right.
Mary.
Yes. Because this is like the third time and it's still like dark as heck out there. Um,
Uh,
but anyway, I appreciate you ladies hanging out. But that's a good idea for a video idea as far as like taking videos of these beaches. Because I think people they see the water in the background of these photos of Panama, right? And they're thinking they
Mm-hmm.
could just come here and just live right here in the city on the beach. And it's just not like that. Those are
Mm-hmm.
not even you can't even go, there's no beach here in the city. So
Mm-hmm.
um that's definitely a big misconception. We get that a lot in our group, So that's definitely something that needs clearing up. Um, yes, Roxanne did do a post in our Black Women Expats in Panama Facebook group. She did a post because we get that question all the time about beaches here. So
And I
so
love
yeah,
that video. It's beautiful. And again, though, people see that beautiful picture and they don't really tie it to I'm in Panama City and that beach is right there. Because I actually went
right.
on Google Earth from Roxanne's post and looked at exactly
Hmm.
where those beaches were because I didn't see any of
Right.
them, of course, being in Panama City. But I love that video because it really showed me more beaches than I even knew were in proximity.
Right. Yeah, we're trying to plan a trip to one of them. Well, several of them. We want to get out and start exploring more of Panama because there's just like so much to see and do. So we're gonna start doing that as well.
take me,
Um,
take me. I have no experience.
sure thing, sweetie. Okay, here's an interesting brand from Brandon. He's heard that the president has been elected is going to build a train
Mm,
from Panama, David, David, Cherokee, and is going to have 7 stops. Wow.
that would be amazing because the roads,
Wouldn't
in
you
between the
think?
two aren't great everywhere.
That would
That'd be
be
great.
awesome. Yeah. Talk about, yeah,
Oh,
because if they expanded that public transportation out there, I mean, wow. Yeah. You'd have a lot of people going back and forth all the time
And I can tell
instead
you,
of
when
just
I
catching up.
flew to David, that earliest morning flight, you see a lot of, they look like medical personnel. They're wearing scrubs because
Mm-hmm.
there's a big hospital, several big hospitals in the David area. So those people are using that flight as a commuter. And if you book early enough,
Right.
that flight each way is about $58.
And
wow.
that's
So
why it's hard to get on those flights too, because they're
yes,
always booked.
they're
Right.
always booked in the morning. And I got that
Mm-hmm.
earliest flight, and I was looking around. There were pharmaceutical reps. There were as a matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, when I landed and I went to a coffee shop, there were several people that were on the flight with me in a coffee shop, and it wasn't near the airport. It was further into town. And I was kind
Mm-hmm.
of chit chatting with them because I noticed they were on the flight, but they're all there for the hospitals.
Right. Right. Yeah. They're well, hopefully, I mean, they're working on better options. But anyway, ladies, I am going to end this live. I so appreciate you being here and sharing your stories about how this channel has impacted you. You replayers, please share in the comments if you will. If you have gained anything, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. If you have any suggestions for me as well, please let me know about those in the comments. I'm always looking for better ways to serve the community. But thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, Latoya. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I so appreciate you. Ladies, do you guys have any YouTube channels or Instagram that you want people to follow you? You can let them know where to follow you, and I'll put that in the description as well.
Not
Yeah, I'm
yet. I've
Caliber.
already reserved
I,
a
I,
name, but not yet. Go ahead, Latoya.
oh, Yeah, no, I'm Cali Girl Life on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. It's CALIGURL_LYFE. It's just kind of a lifestyle channel, but yeah, new stuff to come. I'm sharing my experiences moving to Panama, so hopefully I'll be able to help people down the line too.
Oh, awesome. And I'll share that in the description as well. Thank you so much. All right,
Thank you.
ladies, enjoy your Saturday.
Bye, you too.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to hang up before we get like kicked out again.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. If you need
See
anything,
you.
let me know. Hey, listen, do we have
Okay.
each other's we have each other WhatsApp number or no?
Nope.
Hold
I'll
on, I'm
send
gonna
it to
end this.
you.
I'm gonna end the screen. Stay on. Hold on.